Today, major newspapers across the world have once again turned their attention to the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine. European newspapers report that the war has entered a new phase, with Russia intensifying missile and drone strikes on Ukrainian cities. Energy and power infrastructure are being targeted to increase pressure on the civilian population. In response, Ukraine has struck petroleum facilities inside Russia, sending a strong signal that it is not only defending itself, but also carrying out offensive operations. European analysts warn that the conflict is now deeply affecting the continent's economy and energy security. American newspapers are focusing on President Donald Trump's recent remarks. He stated that Ukraine can regain all of its occupied territories, provided NATO and European allies fully support the effort. This is seen as a major policy shift from the past few months. According to U.S. media, Washington is preparing to impose further economic pressure on Russia and supply additional weapons to Ukraine, with the aim of forcing Moscow to the negotiating table. Russian newspapers present the situation in a very different light. They argue that the West is deliberately prolonging the war in order to weaken Russia by arming Ukraine. Russian media highlights President Putin's statements that Russia will not back down until its strategic objectives are achieved. According to Moscow, Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian energy facilities amount to terrorism, which will be met with strong retaliation. Ukrainian newspapers and media describe the war as a fight for freedom and survival. They claim that Ukrainian forces have managed to halt Russian advances on several fronts, and that, with continued international support, they will be able to push Russia back. Ukrainian outlets emphasize that Western aid remains the key to achieving victory. Overall, these four perspectives create a complex picture of the war. Europe fears for its energy security. The United States is redefining its global policy. Russia insists on pursuing its strategic goals, and Ukraine frames the conflict as a battle for existence. The undeniable reality is that if this war does not end soon, its consequences will go far beyond Eastern Europe, impacting the global economy, energy prices, and world peace.